Once upon a time, in a kingdom by the sea, a beloved queen fell desperately ill. The kingdom prayed, and from the heavens, a single drop of sunlight fell to earth, blooming into a magical golden flower with the power to heal. For centuries, an old woman named Mother Gothel had used this flower to keep herself young, singing to it whenever her age began to show. But when the queen was dying, the kingdom's soldiers searched everywhere and found the flower. They brewed it into a potion. The queen was saved, and that very night, she gave birth to a beautiful baby girl with hair of pure gold, hair that carried all the flower's magic within it. Mother Gothel discovered her loss, and her fury burned like ice. That night, she crept into the castle nursery, and while the king and queen slept, she stole the baby princess, vanishing into the darkness without a trace. The kingdom woke to devastation. The king and queen searched everywhere, but their daughter was gone in their grief. They lit thousands of lanterns every year on her birthday, releasing them into the sky, hoping somehow, somewhere, she would see them and know she was loved. Deep in the forest, hidden in a tall stone tower with no doors, Rapunzel grew up believing Mother Gothel was her mother. The outside world, Gothel warned, was full of selfish people and terrible dangers. Only the tower was safe. Only Gothel truly loved her. But Rapunzel was curious. She filled her days painting, covering every inch of the tower walls with vibrant murals of the world she had never seen. She read books by candlelight, sang to the birds, and watched the sky. Every year on her birthday, she saw them from her high window. Thousands of tiny lights floated up from the kingdom and drifted across the sky. Gothel said they were stars, but Rapunzel's heart knew otherwise. They felt like a promise, a question waiting to be answered. She asked to leave again and again, and every time Gothel refused. On her 18th birthday, a wanted thief named Flynn climbed her tower, escaping guards after stealing the princess's crown. He expected an empty hiding place instead. He found a girl with a frying pan and stars in her eyes. Rapunzel saw her chance. She hid the crown and made him a deal. Take her to see the floating lights, and she would return it. For the first time, she stepped out of the tower. She felt grass beneath her feet, wind in her hair, sunlight on her face. They journeyed through forests and villages. She danced with rough men in a tavern who dreamed of more than their lives. She sat speechless before paintings in the castle square, paintings of a lost princess with golden hair exactly like hers, and finally, on a quiet lake surrounding like boats, she watched the floating lights rise around her, thousands of lanterns carrying love across the water. In that moment, she understood. She was not Gothel's daughter. She was the lost princess, the child the kingdom had never stopped searching for. When Gothel tried to drag her back to the tower, Flynn gave his freedom and nearly his life to save her. Rapunzel's tears, still holding the last trace of healing magic, brought him back the next morning. She walked through the castle gates, her hair now short and brown, and fell into the arms of a king and queen who had waited 18 years to hold her again. The kingdom celebrated for days. Flynn, whose real name was Eugene, found a new home and a new heart. And Rapunzel stood on the balcony every year after, watching the lanterns rise, knowing that the greatest magic of all is simply being loved enough that someone lights the sky, just hoping you might see.